This is going to be a 61-yarder from the left hash with 10 seconds remaining. Snap by Ferguson, hold by Martin. Kick by Bass is long enough. And it is good! Bombs away for Tyler Bass, who bombs it from 61. It's a career best for the Bills kicker. Unbelievable.
Where's that guy that just made it? Franchise record, 61. Hang on. Just give me a sec. I'm going to let him have the floor here. Unbelievable journey this guy's been on, man. Unbelievable, right? Mentally tough. So proud of you, man. So proud of you. Aren't you guys proud of him? Man,
I just want to say, man, couldn't have done it without you guys, man. I've been through a lot, and I just leaned on you guys heavy. You're always there for me, and for me to go out and do that for you guys,
Resilient damn football team right here, man. I'm so proud of you guys, man. That same process every week. One, two, three, win!
Hello, everybody, and welcome into Week 10 of the Sean McDermott Show. We're presented by Kaleida Health. Thanks for joining us. And, Sean, thanks for taking a couple of minutes out. Great win on Sunday against the Dolphins. An important divisional win, 30-27, back and forth. It was a great football game. I know it produces a lot of, adrenaline for everybody. Yeah. There's some uncomfortable moments, but a 61-yard field goal, team record to win it. Well, that kick, let's talk about that for a minute. What's that mean? I guess I get that it means a lot to Tyler Bass, but you could tell it meant something to the team as well. What was that?
Well, I think, number one, to get the result that they were looking for, but bigger than that, I know it's hard to believe, bigger than a win. What's bigger than a win? Well, just rooting on your teammate who's been through quite a journey over the last year or so. He's had to compete in season with another kicker that's been brought in. I mean, just to see their teammate prevail in the midst of some of the headwinds that he's been through this year is, I think it makes him feel good and feel good for their teammate.
Yeah, of course, Josh was 25 of 39, had 235, 3 touchdowns, a pick that was a rough one probably for him to swallow. Passed Joe Ferguson for the second and most TD passes in team history. He said after the game, he told the defense if they got a turnover, I'd take it down and score. He did, right? So it's pretty cool. What'd you think of the way Josh turned it around in the second half and then put together a game-winning drive?
Yeah, I felt more of a rhythm in the second half than I did in the first. I thought we started to really win the line of scrimmage more than we did in the first half, in the first quarter in particular. And I just thought the adjustments that the coaches made offensively paid off.
All right, this guy, Ray, had a 63-yard touchdown reception, snapped off a big play. His TD was the longest TD reception by a running back since like 2012. CJ Spiller did it. 4 carries for 20 yards as well. But has he exceeded expectations as a fourth-round draft pick and a young player?
How do you weigh that? I don't know how you measure that. He's certainly been a good player for us with potential to be an even better player for us, and I think that's what's exciting. I love our running back room. You got James Cook, you've got Ray Davis, and you've got Ty, and each of them are different in terms of the way they run the football, the way they catch the football, how we use them a little bit, and I think that's really good, and they're being unselfish with their approach.
Quentin Morse gets in. First catch of the season, goes for a TD. It was a thing of beauty, right? I mean, just like you drew it up.
Threw a grenade.
Right, yeah, right. So it's his third season with the team. He's not a huge number guy, but he always comes up with some big catches. Had that game-winning TD against the Giants last year. What did it say, about your team for a guy like, Quentin Morse to come in and have a TD like that when just right off the shelf?
Well, when you're the third tight end like Q is for us, he's certainly called on to play special teams. Sure. And then he kind of, just stays kind of behind the scenes a little bit. And when Dalton needs a break or Dawson needs a break, I mean, those two are the ones that are in the spotlight. And then Q comes in and just kind of does the dirty work and occasionally is going to catch a big pass for us like he did this past week.
Got a contribution from Kaiir's first start of the year because of Christian Benford's injury. He had 5 tackles, a tackle for loss, game-changing fumble recovery on Terrence punch-out. kept Hill and Waddle in front of him. They didn't get loose and battled through the shoulder injury, got back in the game. What can you say about the way Kaiers perseveres and then stepped in for your defense?
You know, he's been chomping at the bit all year, as you'd imagine, to get out on the field and to start. And he had his chance this week. And I really applaud him for how hard he played, you know, playing a little bit banged up as well throughout the course of the game. And he's around the football, right? And that's a good quality.
So, congratulations to you. 80th win. 13th head coach to win 80 games in your first 8 seasons. The 6th active head coach to do that. You guys like Mike McCarthy, Mike Tomlin, Andy Reid, John Harbaugh, Sean Payton. Pretty nice little club to be a part of. I know it's, you don't have time to really raise up and think about it. What's it mean to you?
It means I've been around some really good players. I'm, I guess, a benefactor of being around good coaches, good players, great staff, and I'm humbled by it. I really am. You're trying to just get one when you become a head coach, and then to get 80, you turn around, it's like, A, I'm getting old, and B, just extremely grateful.
Thanks, Coach. We'll catch up with you later in the show to get your final thoughts about facing the Colts in Indianapolis. Stay with us.
The Game Plan is presented by Energy Mark. Trust Energy Mark for renewable energy supply.
When we come back, Eric Wood breaks down the top plays from last Sunday's win over the Dolphins. Then Dawson Knox is mic'd up for the win over Miami.
Chopping Wood is presented by St. Bonaventure University, an official education partner of the Buffalo Bills.
Welcome back to the Sean McDermott Show, and it's time now for another edition of Chopping Wood with our good buddy Eric Wood. The Bills went wire to wire with the Dolphins and won on a 61-yard field goal from Tyler Bass. Besides that, what stood out to you?
Well, the Bills' offense really got going in the second half after the turnover, and sometimes a defense can ignite the offense like that. And I really like the way that Mac Hollins stepped up with no Amari Cooper available in this game. And then you got to love the big play from Ray Davis. He continues to impress this rookie season. Then we got a couple big plays out of Keon Coleman. And how about Quentin Morris? His first catch of the season goes for an awesome touchdown. It was a really scrappy team win by the Bills to extend their lead in the division.
Well, let's start with the first Bills touchdown of the game. Josh finds Mac Hollins in the back of the end zone on 4th and goal. What did you see on the play design here?
Yeah, this was an aggressive decision by Sean to go for it here on 4th and goal. And they run the orbit motion, which we've seen them do with Shakir throughout this season. And so he's going to go out into the right flat after the play action with James Cook. And Josh gives him a little token fake. And it looks like Mac Hollins potentially was going to block. That's what the defense is thinking with his release. Instead, he releases across the field. Man-to-man defense, they got to go through some traffic. And Josh is able to find him for a score.
Yeah, and then on the next Bills possession, they gave Ray Davis the ball twice, and on his second touch, he took a short pass 63 yards to the house. Break this one down.
Yeah, Dalton Kincaid and Mac Hollins going across the formation draw a lot of the defense with them, and here, really, Ray Davis just gets lost in the shuffle. He releases out to the right. Miami brings a 5-man rush, and Josh is able to identify that he's uncovered, and then Ray Davis is going to do the rest himself here. He does a great job of attacking the safety, makes a nice move, then he's off to the races.
Then they follow it up with a critical 2-point conversion. This time, Josh hit Keon Coleman. What did you see here?
Yeah, after the missed extra point earlier, Sean decides to go for 2 to try to extend the lead at this point of the game. And you have an empty set. Ray Davis is going to come in a jet sweep motion, so he's available in that right flat. And the Bills run a flood concept, and nothing's open on the left-hand side. And Josh does a great job by staying patient, stays alive, and Keon Coleman looks like a little ad-libbing at the end, just makes a nice move, and Josh finds him for the 2-point conversion.
And then, with the game tied in the 4th quarter, Josh Allen orchestrated a 10-play touchdown drive to take the lead. Keon Coleman had a huge 21-yard catch to get the Bills down into Miami territory. And what did you see on this one?
Well, this is part of the reason that having an effective run game can benefit the pass game. So Josh runs hard play action here, and the linebackers completely suck up into the line of scrimmage. Josh rolling out to his right. They cover Kincaid in the flat, and based upon the way the linebackers bit on the play fake, Keon Coleman's running wide open over that second level of defense.
And then on 2nd and goal, Quentin Morris had his first catch of the season, as you mentioned a minute ago, a 2-yard touchdown. Break this one down as best you can.
So the Bills got 6 offensive linemen here and 3 tight ends. There's no receivers on the field at all. And so they run hard play action here with Ray Davis, and Josh Allen's going to simply buy time. And initially, it looks like he's going to try and go to Knox, who's covered on the play, and Josh Allen scrambles up into the line of scrimmage. And as he releases this ball, it's hard to imagine that this one's going to end up being a touchdown, but it's a vintage Josh Allen play here.
It really is. Great stuff as always. Thanks for this, Eric. We're going to catch up with you after the Bills face the Colts on Sunday.
Looking forward to it, Steve.
Still to come on the Sean McDermott Show, Dawson Knox is mic'd up for the win over the Dolphins, and later on we take a deep dive into some next-gen stats on Sportsology.
Mic'd Up is presented by Geico.
I got the mic today. Come on, baby. Beat us today. Beat us today, man. They're going to try to make it about them. It's not about them. It's 6 seconds at a time. Every play, 6 seconds. They will know your name at the end of today if you dedicate yourself to 6 seconds on every play. I love you guys. Go Dawson.
Hey, we're prepared for this, boys. That's all that matters is us. Do us well. Love you, boys. Have fun. Family on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, he's going. He might go. I'm not. We got to touch it. Cut that. Cut that.
I told you.
What the hell?
Good job, Ray. Come on, boys. Good job, Dalton. Good job, baby. Let me hear it. Let me hear you. Come on. Let's go. Let me hear it. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. No! Hey! Hey, Mac! Come on! Hey! Come on!
Wide open Ray Davis, 45-50, 45-40, still on his feet, he's gonna go, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Ray Davis, 63 yards.
Come on, Ray! Come on. Hey, you know, every time I've told you you're gonna kick the game winner, you end up kicking the game winner. Hey, you're about to kick the game winner.
This is the snapper, Martin the holder. The snap is good. The kick is long enough. It is up. It is good.
Yeah!
A 45-yard field goal for Tyler Bass.
I told you. You're gonna kick the game winner, baby. Come on. Hey, go! Hey! 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 Everybody! Hey! Thank you! Now Josh got that ball on. Hey, wait till you see that. Come on, baby! Come on, let's go! Let's go! Come on!
This is going to be a 61-yarder from the left hash with 10 seconds remaining. Snap by Ferguson, hold by Martin, kick by Bass is long enough, and it is good! Bombs away for Tyler Bass!
Love it. Come on. Love you, man. Thank you for being here. Love you. Good game, bro. Good game, bro. Big game! Love you, dude. Great game. Great game, bro. Keep going.
Yes, sir. Keep going,
Love
baby.
watching you do your thing, dude.
Likewise, dog. Y'all boys keep going, man.
That was a hell of a game. Tyler Bass, baby. Go Bills. Big dubs. See y'all.
Next up on the Sean McDermott Show, we break down some next-gen stats in Sportsology, plus hear Coach's final thoughts on facing the Colts on Sunday.
Sportsology is presented by ECMC. ECMC, bringing hope and healing to Western New York.
Buffalo's Week 9 matchup against Miami came down to the final seconds. The Bills came out as victorious thanks to two playmakers, Bills quarterback Josh Allen and kicker Tyler Bass. Here's how the two got it done. Allen was efficient against the blitz, completing 7 of 9 passes for 97 yards. All 3 of Allen's touchdown passes came on plays when Miami brought extra pressure. QB1 had an 8.9% completion percentage over expected against the blitz. Bass won the game for Buffalo by hitting a career-long 61-yard kick. It was also a franchise record for game winners. The kick had only a 14.1% make probability, and Buffalo's win probability went from 51.7% to 97.4%. This marks the 10th time the Bills have started a season 7-2 or better, and the second time in the Josh Allen era. I know we're all excited to see how Bass builds off this big make.
After the break, our crew from Buffalo Bills Weekly gives you our game preview for Sunday's showdown with the Colts. Plus, Coach shares what it will take to get the win on Sunday in Indianapolis.
The Bills are taking on the Colts in Week 10. This Indianapolis defense has been keeping the Colts in games in terms of limiting opposing offenses in points per game averages, but they're allowing a lot of yards on the ground and through the air. When you look at through the air, they're allowing 233 passing yards per game. Their secondary is struggling to provide tight coverage at times. That means Buffalo's offense can take advantage of that weakness through the air, leaning on Josh Allen and the wide receivers. How do you see this playing out?
Yeah, I think the middle of the field is going to be open for the Bills. Kenny Moore, their slot corner, has been all-pro level for a long time, but I was surprised to see that opposing quarterbacks have a passer rating of 104.5 against him. He's also given up 3 touchdowns this season. That is uncharacteristic, so Khalil Shakir could eat in the middle of the field, and their 2 safeties are not very good either. They've given up a lot of plays in the middle of the field, have had trouble covering the deep halves, so I think this could be a big game for Shakir and Dalton Kincaid.
Flipping it to Buffalo's defense, Colts running back Jonathan Taylor can be a problem. He's versatile, slippery. Taylor's not afraid to run right at a defense. He's averaging around 85 rushing yards per game. Last game, Buffalo's defense struggled to stop the run against Miami, getting guys on the ground and clogging up holes. What does Buffalo's defense need to do against this Colts offense that can lean on Taylor when they need to?
Yeah, I think they just have to get back to sound fundamental tackling. To quote Coach McDermott again, he said, look, it's not enough to just be in your gap. You have to break down and execute sound fundamental tackle technique. They have to get back to the basics in practice to be ready for Taylor. The other thing is they got to set the edge better, because if you let Taylor get the corner, he is down the sideline and gone. You're not catching him. He's got 4.39 speed. The careful thing that has to be done by the defense this week, though, is yes, you have to have a lot of respect for Taylor, but be mindful of the play-action passing game with Joe Flacco at quarterback.
Yeah, Joe Flacco taking over at quarterback. It could be a little bit of a different offense that we're seeing from Indianapolis on Sunday. We all remember the last time the Bills and the Colts played in 2021.
Do we have to?
Jonathan Taylor had 5 total touchdowns, 185 rushing yards. We're all hoping that doesn't happen.
We don't want to repeat performance, so let's plan on that, and guys, tackle good, please.
For more from Brownie and Maddy, including insights from players and coaches, plus exclusive interviews, check your local listings for Buffalo Bills Weekly, also available on Buffalo Bills YouTube. Coach, back on the road to face the Indianapolis Colts. They're 4-5, took it on the chin this last Sunday night against the Vikings. Joe Flacco took over at quarterback. How difficult is it to face a team and prepare for a team that just made that quarterback switch with 2 guys that are very different styles?
Yeah, you're trying to get a feel, really, Steve, for the system offensively that they run and how they want to manage the game. And, it offers a little bit of a challenge just from a smaller sample size. But other than that, we have a ton of respect for their football team, good football team. All their games have been decided by 8 points or less, and that's a sign of a good football team.
So you got this guy, Jonathan Taylor, one of the better guys, and maybe the best player on their squad. Last time you saw him, Week 11, 2021. I know you remember a long time ago, but yeah, 5 touchdowns. He had like 4 rushing TDs and a receiving. I mean, the guy was all over the place. 19 receiving yards. Why is this guy so difficult to defend and hem in?
Well, he's got a great combination of vision, size, power, and speed. And when you look at that, usually those bigger backs that run like that, they can't take it to the house, but he's big and he can take it to the house, so you got to make sure you put a good net on him.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck this week against the Indianapolis Colts. We'll catch up with you next week. And for you at home, thanks for joining us on the Sean McDermott Show. We're presented by Kaleida Health. We'll see you next time, and as always, go Bills.
Final Thoughts is presented by Toyota. Toyota is the exclusive and official vehicle of the Buffalo Bills. Toyota, let's go places. The Sean McDermott Show is presented by Kaleida Health, the official healthcare provider of the Buffalo Bills. By Connors and Ferris, your workers' comp attorneys. Call 716-684-COMP today. And by Toyota. Toyota is the exclusive and official vehicle of the Buffalo Bills. Toyota, let's go places.